I just attract what you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dancing.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Burrow on play action. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first. Accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Bengals at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Play action. It's Burrow. Looking for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
McDonald escaping the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports, because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school. Didn't have the opportunity to get him. But now with this opportunity, they think they can get him back to this former level.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a give to Mostert running right. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There for the sack, Emerson Griffin. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's why if you play at a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken at 26. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Burrow looking to pass. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. It's Mixon on the court now. Loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into it a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 64 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Play action. It's McDonald. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with McDonald. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. Throwing is McDonald. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. McDonald sets to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's McDonald. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
There we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On 2nd and 7. Burrow rolling, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Back-to-back 9-sack seasons in Miami have firmly established Emmanuel Ogbah as the face of the Fins pass rush.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's McDonald to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McDonald. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, McDonald. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off-play action. McDonald. Quick slant. Tyreek Hill with it. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11. 11 MT.
Now Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
12.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Off the play fake, McDonald. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hill. And the Bengals Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They go play action with Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Gun. Got. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Again, that's Hurst. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
11.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
12. 11 mighty.
On third down, Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
11 MT.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard. You don't get the score. Perfect combination. Urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will. 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. A run with Mostert up the middle. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off play action. McDonald toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the running game with Mostert. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. McDonald. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. He's at the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Nixon will try the right side. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? He brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They'll give it to Mixon.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
Here we go.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me? Or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Old school I.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for. They're trying to use it. Let him
Without a doubt, he's an extra blocker. He did his job well on that play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Logan Wilson. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
But I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
A toss left, Mixon. And he loses the football a second time. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
McDonald. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw. McDonald, he'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll try and run here with Mostert, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Here's Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Sanders' kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board. Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow. Flushed out right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
11 mighty. 11. 11.
Burrow. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Here we go.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Gun. 11 coming. 11.
A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play.
Coach.
Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown.
while you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. It's not a game, it's not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the paint. Never been about the money or the fame. But women bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic.
Let's go. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the greatest of all time. I said I'm coming for everything. Good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped